less lethal contingencies. Alan here. So today we're going to be doing yet another test. Okay. Today's test is going to be to try out the X-68 Internals in my IntruBuster Gen 2 with the on 1100 psi. Okay. So I'll be testing that out. I don't shoot with 1100 psi that often. My go-to is kind of 1,000 and under, just to keep the wear and tear on the gun down. However, I'm going to test it out today and see what we get for feet per second. And so I can kind of put that X-68 bolt and valve assembly through its paces here. I'm actually going to shoot the 11-gram Sumo XL ammunition by less lethal ballistics, because it's the heaviest stuff I have other than the steel ball bearings. I mean, I do have those. I could try that as well. But I think I'm going to shoot these. These are coming in between 680 and, let's see, I noted it down here, and 681 in size. So not really quite a ball match for my 686 barrel, 12-inch barrel. But I got some pretty good data, you know, good numbers on these before the first time I shot them. So I'm going to run two magazines, or a total of 12 rounds, through my carbine, my Terminator Carbine Build here, and with the 12-inch barrel and the 6-inch Reaper Suppressor. So we'll do that. So I'm going to go ahead and air this up on my 1100 output regulated with slide check. Okay, this is an AR tactical tank and slide check. Actually, the tank itself is 13 CI. I swapped out the regulator and put it on a bigger tank. So, but the slide check and regulators from AR Tactical anyways. And I have it pumped up just to about 3,000 capacity, maybe a little bit less, a little bit under that. Okay, so we'll be using this. And I have been having some decent luck with these washers. So I'm gonna go ahead and install a washer again in the back of my HD24 long tuning ASA. And that is just meant to kind of knock down some of the volume, the flow, okay, that I get with these slide checks. Now with this 13 CI tank, it does bring it out just about as far as I'm comfortable with. Anything longer would be a little too much for me. For some of you guys, maybe you can, you know, you got longer arms. This is just about where, to the end of where I'd be comfortable, right there. Okay, so we got everything snugged up. Everything looks good. I'm going to air it up first, unloaded, as always, for safety. And I'm going to point it downrange anyways, since sometimes these things do auto dry fire. And let's go ahead and do that. All right. Yeah. So you can kind of hear this quick puncture and degasser. Maybe it's time I buy a new one. You can hear it a little bit. It kind of acts up a little bit. Maybe I'll oil it again and see if I can get it to quiet up, but it's better than it had been. Just a little slow leak, but nothing major enough that I can't shoot through, especially since I got a 13 CI tank. I got plenty of volume here, so. All right. That's aired up. All the rest of it, I'm not having any major leaks or anything. It's just that quick puncture degasser seems to be giving me a little bit of trouble. All right, I got the chrony set to feet per second. I'll just be calling those out like I usually do. and we'll see how this thing runs at the Pistelle X-68 upgraded bolt and valve assembly, the upgraded internals in the IntruBuster Gen 2. We'll see how it runs at 1100 psi. And again, we got the 11-gram Sumo XLs. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have been having some issues with my detents lately, where after 2 or 3 rounds, I'll have a round come sliding out of the barrel. So something that I'm just gonna live with for now until I get my hands on some new detents. All right, we're gonna load it up. I'll put the backup magazine in here. 1100 psi and 11-gram Sumo XLs. Okay. Mag 1, shot 1. 511.5, I should say, feet per second. Shot 2, 506.8 feet per second. Shot 3, 506.8 for again. And I just had a round roll out. So still having some issues with those detents. All right, what was that? Shot 4, I think. I think this is shot 5, yeah. Shot 5. 504.9 feet per second. And it should be last one, shot 6. 502.3 feet per second. Ooh. Just jammed on my follower. I mean, on my, follower. All right, let's degas. Take a look at that. That's the first time I've had a problem. No issues on 1000 psi. I mean, it's only 100 psi more. But my follower came right out of the magazine, the factory magazine. Nothing looks broken either. Well, other than the follower must have broke. All right, so I'm de-aired. And that is stuck in. Let me see if I can get that thing out of there. There it is. All right, so I just broke my first Fowler. This is bringing back some awful memories. Awful memories from my X-68 when I was having these issues with the mag drops. The magazine didn't drop this time, but it, I don't know. Yeah. So it definitely broke the follower here. You can see the typical place. So maybe I need to order some of those beefed up fowlers. Now, I only have 2 magazines. I don't have a drum mag yet for this thing. I really don't want to continue running 1100 psi on here right now. So I got some good numbers, so I'll have some power numbers. But I don't know if that additional 100 psi is, now all of a sudden I'm going to start eating followers. So I don't want to destroy my last magazine by any means. I do not want to do that. So I am going to, I don't know where that little piece, that little tip went to though. Not sure where that went. But I am going to stop the test there because, like I said, I can't continue. I only have one other magazine now. Granted, I can probably do what I did on my Pistelle mags and pre-drill it, put a little screw in there to get me by. But yeah, 1100 psi. If it's gonna start doing this, that's not a good thing. I'm not happy with that. So I'll probably jerry rig this so I can get this usable again. But I think what I may end up doing too is buying those, what is it, critical, I always forget the name of his site. He's based out of the UK. Critical Situations, I think it is. Critical Situations. Last time Sean corrected me. Thank you, Sean. Critical Situations out of the UK. He makes some really nice drum mags, which I'm probably gonna, well, they're out of stock right now for the IntruBuster Gen 2, or else I'd already have one. So I need to order one of those. But he makes also these, they're supposed to be heavy duty. He makes these heavy duty followers for these mags and the Pistelle mags. I think I'm gonna see if I can order some of those. I wasn't going to, because so far the factory mag and follower has been working fine. But now that I'm seeing this, yeah, I think it's time to maybe look up his website again and see if I can get some of those on order. In the meantime, I'll rig this up and get this going again. So I have one, but I do not want to break another one. So that, unfortunately, folks, is the end of my 1100 psi test on my IntruBuster Gen 2 running the Pistelle X-68 Internals, meaning basically the bolt and valve assembly with its bird cage, you know, pretty much everything. Okay. Also, even with the bolt tip O-ring that is on there as well. And it's been working great. It's been running really good. So this was the final piece. I wanted to see what it would do on the 1100 psi high pressure air, which I'm not going to be running that often, I don't believe anyways. Matter of fact, I just ordered another slide check tank through AR Tactical, the 850 psi. I was kind of missing having an 850 psi. I had two 800s that are giving me 700. I had 1,000 and 1,100 slide check, but I was kind of missing the 850. So, and I like to be able to test with multiple PSIs. Of course, I got some adjustable regulators. I could do that too, but they're a little sketchy sometimes getting them, you know, getting them adjusted just right. So, yeah, so that's today's test. I'm going to put up some numbers. No doubt, I was like, what, 500 feet per second with 11 gram ammo. I'm sure it's going to be some pretty high joules, pretty good power. Anyways, thank you for watching. There'll be more to come shortly. And yeah, peace out.